they often have high schoolers reading adult stuff, right? So middle schoolers are more likely to be reading young adult materials that I write. So, yeah, so I do that, and I talk a lot to librarians and teacher groups, you know, like here's how you could use my materials using Web 2.0 skills, which I think are so critical for our youth. That's web skills where the kids re-interact with the computer. They don't just take information, they make things. They make wikis, they blog like you do, they make, you know, books. They do all these really cool things. So, yeah, it's fun.
Very good. And you started writing at a very young age?
No, 35. Very old age for a writer.
That's a young age.
Yeah, but most writers know they want to write early. I didn't.
And what was your first book? Was it geared for young adults or children?
My very first book was an adult book of photography on Dorothea Lange, and then I switched over to doing kids books.
Picture books?
A mix. I've done everything. Picture books.
And of the picture books, which is your favorite? Or the one that you know?
I love Oranges on Golden Mountain, which is the story of Chinese immigrant. It's fiction, but it's the story of a Chinese boy who comes to America to work in one of the fishing camps with his uncle, and it's based on the historical truth of how the Chinese came to the San Francisco Bay Area. So,
fascinating.
Yeah. So that's been that book has continued to do well because there's not too many stories on Chinese immigration, which we need. You know, it's a population that we've had a big immigration group, but it's been kind of quiet.
That's great. So you go from children to young adults,
yep.
And then
well, I have kind of a short attention span. Believe it or not, I like to switch up my gears a lot. It keeps me interested. So, you know, I'll concentrate really hard on a book for a while, and then it's out the door.
And it takes you quite a while to the writing process.
9 months to more usually 2 or 3 years to do a book. A picture book is shorter. Yeah.
So I started writing one out of seed planted when I was writing with the kids before I left school. And the granddaughters were the ones, Grandma, why don't you write a book? Write a book for us. I said, okay, I'll do that. So I started thinking, for some reason, with this idea that I wrote a little story, plain little story with them, 5th grade, 5th, 6th. Those were my favorite grades. And it was about ladybugs. And so I had to do research. Big time. You know, all the ins and outs. And it's already like 4 months. And I told my husband, I think it's going to be like a pregnancy thing, like 9 months or maybe a year. Because he says, what are you doing? He says, well, I'm changing it. I'm changing gears. You know, I don't like this. I have to change it.
And that'll make it strong. That rewriting that you used to make the kids
revising
do.
it, and then I send it to a friend, and he's an English professor in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. And he says, you've got facts and you've got the fiction part. Now make it where it's really where the story has the cause and effect. Pick one of the 3 ladybugs that are going to do whatever they're going to do, you know, to be your main character. So I'm at that point right now.
Nice. Oh, fun. Oh, you're really working on it. That's great.
And I tell my husband, I don't want to tell the girls until the book is going, you know, and the publisher says, hey.
Yeah. Good. We'll do it. Yeah.
Oh, but I thought, oh my God, why is it taking so long?
No.
Because we had another author visit Texas A&M University.